What will happen if you found yourself in outer space without a spacesuit?
What do you mean by that?
In today's video, we'll break down exactly what happens to your body in the cold, airless vacuum of space.
Nice.
And whether you can make it out alive. Stick around, because you'll want to know the fascinating details behind this cosmic nightmare.
No!
In today's video, we'll break down exactly what happens to your body in the cold, airless vacuum of space, and whether you can make it out alive. Stick around, because you'll want to know the fascinating details behind this cosmic nightmare. Space is extreme. Temperatures can swing from negative 250 degrees Fahrenheit in the shadows to over 250 degrees Fahrenheit in direct sunlight. And don't forget, there's no air to breathe. Without a suit, you're exposed to all these dangers. But what exactly happens to you when you're thrown into space with no suit?
I guess we'll never know.
Let's say you were ejected into space. The first thing you'd notice? No air. Without oxygen, you've got about 15 seconds of consciousness before you pass out. Your body starts burning the last bit of oxygen in your blood, and soon you'd lose consciousness. But here's an interesting fact. You won't explode, despite what movies might show. Holding your breath could actually make things worse. In space, the vacuum would cause your lungs to expand dangerously, potentially rupturing. The best advice? If you're ever thrown into space, without a suit, of course, exhale immediately. Now, a lot of people think you'd freeze instantly in space. After all, space is cold, right? Well, it's a little more complicated. Space is cold, but heat doesn't transfer like it does on Earth. There's no air or water to take the heat away from your body. You won't instantly freeze. In fact, it could take hours for your body to cool down completely. You'd lose heat through radiation, but it's not fast. That means you don't have to worry about becoming a human popsicle immediately. Although there are plenty of other concerns to worry about.
Oh, scary! Oh, shiver my timbers! Shut up, man!
Another huge problem? Radiation. In space, you're completely exposed to cosmic rays and solar radiation. Earth's atmosphere usually protects us, but in space, your DNA would be under assault. Long-term exposure would increase your chances of developing cancer, but within minutes, you'd start to experience radiation sickness. Luckily, this isn't your biggest concern since you'd be unconscious from lack of oxygen first.
Oh shit, here we go again.
So, how long do you have before the inevitable? Without a spacesuit, you'd have about 15 seconds of consciousness before passing out. After about 90 seconds, the lack of oxygen would cause irreversible damage to your brain. But here's some good news. If you're rescued within 1 minute, you might be able to survive with some medical help. Longer than that, and the damage to your organs and brain becomes too severe.
Thanks! Love you! Forever!
The universe is vast and beautiful, but also extremely dangerous. Spacesuits are more than just cool astronaut gear. They're our lifeline in the most hostile environment imaginable. So next time you look up at the stars, remember, without the right protection, space is not a place where we can survive.